Hi again, Connor here with StudySkills.ie, and this lecture, lecture 6, we're going to go through what are called the memory palaces. And the memory palaces are probably the most, or one of the most powerful techniques and useful and beneficial and just amazing methods of learning and memorizing that you're going to come across. First of all, if you've made it this far, congratulations, because I know all this isn't easy, and I know that it's difficult sometimes to go through the exercises, but I assume if you're this far along in the video series that you have gone through the exercises and you have seen the enormous benefit that these can have for you. And if you go through this section, then you're really going to be amazed at what you can actually do and what you can actually learn and how fast and quick you can memorize facts and information by using the memory palaces. Now, the memory palaces are an advanced version of the journey method. So if you've gone through the journey method and you've seen how powerful that is, the memory palaces takes the journey method one step further. Now, like I said, before you use and go through the memory palace system, you should be very comfortable with all of the stuff we've done, but in particular the chain method and the journey method. Now, memory palaces are extremely effective for learning any related or unrelated information. Basically, this is going to be your most powerful technique for learning any information that you need to for your Leaving Cert exams. And because of the nature of the system, it's possible to memorize huge chunks of information in a short period of time, like I said, making it very valuable for almost every Leaving Cert subject. Now, memory palaces work like this. If you take the 10 stages that you created in your house from the journey method in the last lecture, and imagine that instead of fitting 10 different pieces of information in those stages, you were able to fit in 50, 100, or even 200 pieces of information into the same 10 stages. And once we go through this, you'll get an idea then of how powerful this can actually be. And the memory palaces can achieve this because within each stage there are specific items that can be used to link information to. So for example, in your kitchen you have a fridge, an oven, a cupboard, a fruit bowl, and a huge number of other places where images can be attached and linked to. So let's practice the memory palace by using some of the stages from the journey method. And as I had pointed out in the last lecture, a logical progression for me would be going from my sitting room to my kitchen to my downstairs bathroom. Now, with these stages in mind, my job then is to come up with distinct places within these stages where I can link images to. Now, keep in mind, you will always need to go through the room in a fixed order so that you don't get mixed up, either clockwise or counterclockwise. And personally, I like to go counterclockwise, which means I go from right to left around the room. Now, we're going to go through this and we're going to keep it nice and simple, and we're going to do that by just coming up with 5 different places within each stage. And that means we're going to get through this nice and quickly, and it won't be too complicated for you. So when I walk into my sitting room, the first thing on my right hand side is my big armchair. So that's going to be the first item to link, my first place. Then as I go around, there's the TV, then there's the mantelpiece, then there's the fireplace, and then there's the big glass double doors. So as I go through this, I write these places down, and now I have 5 distinct places that I can link any information to within this one room. So already I'm going to be able to fit in 5 things into this room, whereas in the journey method I only put in 1 thing. Then I walk into the kitchen and I have the fruit bowl, then the toaster, then the oven, then the kitchen sink, and then the fridge. Then the downstairs bathroom, I have the bathroom sink, the bathroom mirror, the toilet, the shower, and then the cupboard. Now, I want you to try and do this yourself. Go through 3 of the stages of a logical progression. Use the same stages as I did if you would like. And then pick 5 places in each stage that you will be able to link images to. And make sure that you write these down, because that's very important to link or to solidify the information in your brain. And once you have your 15 linking places, which are the 3 stages times the 5 places, you now have a very powerful base for memorization. And what I want you to do is to quickly run through the stages and places in your mind and make sure that you can easily recall each one. You see, we want to have these things solidified in our mind, and we want to have them memorized in a way that we don't have to think about it. They're just there. We just know them. And once you've done that, we're going to learn 15 different pieces of information. And in order to keep it really interesting, we're going to combine both items and people into our list. So what I'm going to do there now is I'm going to take a break from this video. Make sure that you have your 15 places. Again, also make sure that you can run through them in your mind without looking at them on your piece of paper. And once you have that done, move on to the next video where we're going to memorize, like I said, 15 pieces of information.